Hi everyone, welcome back or welcome to Astrology with Georgie. In this video, we are going to be talking about Venus's transit through Leo for the next few weeks. She's been there for a few days already, and she's going to be there for the next 3 weeks. So I'm going to talk to you about what this means, and we're going to go through all 12 zodiac signs. Now, it might be helpful for you to bring up your chart. If you have your own chart, bring it up so that you can follow along with what I'm saying. I'm not technical enough on this platform yet, guys, to work out how to do a chart that I'm wiggling my cursor around on next to my face. If anyone is a technical genius and knows how to do this, please let me know, because I think that would be easier if you guys had the visual, but you don't. So get your chart up and follow along with what I'm saying. I'll do an introduction talking about Venus in Leo, and then we'll go through the signs. Please listen for your rising sign for the most accurate representation, but you can listen for your sun and your moon because you might find that it resonates. So do listen to all three and see which resonates the most. If you don't subscribe, please subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any future content. Hopefully I've sorted out my microphone issues. If you watched my last video, we were microphoneless. The one before that, we were making lots of noise. So I've attached it to my bra. So hopefully it's not wiggling around all over the place. If you get value from this, please give it a thumbs up. I'm trying to grow the channel, trying to get the algorithms to do their thing. Apparently liking the video, subscribing, hitting the notification bell helps the channel grow. So I'd really appreciate and love you all if you did that. In the meantime, if you haven't watched my previous video about July horoscopes and the Uranus and Mars conjunction, go and watch that after this, because there's a lot of crazy energy that's gone on at the moment with the Mars and Uranus stuff, breakthroughs. Obviously, Donald Trump getting attempted to be assassinated. That's all really interesting. So if you haven't watched that previous video, go and watch that, and then let me know in the comments of that video how things have manifested for you. But we are going to now get into the video. So Venus in Leo. So Venus is our planet of joy. She's our planet of love. She rules over the things that we love to do. She rules over our relationships. This is our relationships with partners, but it's also our relationships with everyone. So it's our friendships, it's our work relationships, it's all kinds of relationships that Venus rules over. She rules our values, she rules our self-esteem, and she rules our money. So when Venus is, she's a benefic planet as well, okay? So when Venus is transiting through the sky, she's transiting through your own chart, okay? So as she moves through Leo, you need to go and check out the Leo house of your chart, because this is the section that Venus is transiting through. So in theory, Venus is bringing you blessings to this part of your chart, okay? She's a positive planet. Now, that is always colored with, number one, what you have in your own chart, because she will be making aspects potentially to your planets, which obviously I don't know because I can't see your chart. So please take into consideration the things that I'm saying can be colored by your own personal planets and the aspects she makes, because if she's making squares and oppositions to your personal planets, it may not be as harmonious as Venus is typically described in this video. She is also making an opposition to Pluto at the moment as we talk in the sky. So this may be affecting you as well, but I am going to talk about that. But mainly she's positive, okay? But it's just the beginning of this transit. There's a bit of a slap in the face as she opposes Pluto. And then obviously take into consideration what she's doing in your own personal chart, okay? So Venus in Leo. So Leo is the sign of creativity, of fun, of childlike energy, okay? Venus actually really loves being in Leo because she can be so creative. Venus is the planet of creativity. She is the planet of self-expression, of having fun, of building those relationships and having enjoyment. And she can do this really well in Leo. Now, the only thing about Leo is that Leo can be very dramatic. So you may see signs of there being more drama. Situations may be dramatized a bit more with Venus in Leo. Venus rules over beauty, and Leo is ruled by the sun and likes to shine. So when Venus is in Leo, we can feel a pull towards wanting to make ourselves look more beautiful, paying more attention to our appearance. wanting to be in the limelight and wanting to have recognition, especially from our partners and those that we are in close relationship to. There's just this sense of, as Venus moves through Leo, the dispositor of this is the sun. The sun loves to shine. So Venus in Leo wants to be recognized. So you may find yourself just having that bit more energy to put yourself out there a bit more. You might find yourself posting on social media more. You might find yourself just craving that recognition, craving that attention. So just pay attention and just think to yourself, okay, what have I been doing recently? Have I been kind of craving that recognition from outside sources? Because Venus rules our self-worth as well. We might be basing our self-worth on how much recognition we're getting at the moment. So that's just something to be aware of. Just check in with yourself and think, actually, is this going to make me, is this going to define my self-worth? Because it's not, unless it's coming from you. Just be aware that your self-worth is not defined by outside sources. That's just something to really take note at this time. And you might find yourself kind of focusing on your looks, how you look, what people's interpretation, what are people thinking of you, that kind of thing, especially around this time. But generally speaking, this is a positive energy. It is a creative energy. You might be feeling more, just more creative, just coming up with better ideas, and being able to express those more freely as Venus moves through Leo. Now, as I said, she is currently making this opposition to Pluto, which she has been for the past few days. Venus does move quite quickly, so these oppositions and squares, if she is making oppositions and squares in your own chart, they're not going to last very long, because she is a fast-moving planet. She's going to be in Leo for another 3 weeks as of today. So she is a fast-moving planet, but she does bring blessings, and that's why I wanted to talk and do this video today to share with you how she's going to be benefiting your personal charts. Now, with the Venus-Pluto opposition, we can expect things around power struggles. So if you are in a partnership, it might be a case of jealousy, wanting to control the other person, things to do with money, because Venus rules money. So kind of maybe you want to spend your money on something and your partner saying, no, don't do that. And there's a bit of control there. Pluto is the planet of obsession. So it can point towards becoming slightly obsessed about things. It could be, obsessions around how you look, obsessions around your partner and what the other person is doing. So there's just this push and pull between the other person and you. And themes of Pluto coming up. So power, obsession, control. So that's just something to note. And as I work through the signs, I'm going to explain a little bit how that can colour individually for each person. Okay. But like I said, generally this is a positive transit. Once Venus gets out of the opposition with Pluto, you'll feel things a little bit more harmoniously. So first of all, we're going to talk about Aries. So Aries, Venus is moving through your 5th house. Okay. So the 5th house is creativity. It is naturally ruled by Leo. So Leo on the 5th is double Leo energy. So you might be feeling more creative. You might be feeling more romantic. You might have opportunities to meet somebody new. So if you are dating around this time, this could, number one, it's a good time to date, because you potentially could meet a partner around this time with Venus moving through your 5th house. But with this Pluto opposition, just be careful, because there could be this meeting somebody that's Plutonian going on. So just be aware of that. And it could be, so if you already are in a partnership, it could just be more romantic opportunities with a partner, spending more time with your partner, going on dates, having date night. And also doing more fun things like hobbies. So whatever your hobbies are, hobbies come under the 5th house. So with Venus moving through the 5th, you're probably going to be finding maybe new things that you enjoy, and things to spend your money on, because Venus also rules your 2nd house. So it could be that you're spending more money on things that you enjoy. Venus also rules your 7th house of relationships. So it really is tying in this relationship theme, spending money theme with a partner, but then you've got this Pluto opposition, and Pluto's in your 11th house. So just be aware of, with Pluto in the 11th house, of your friendships. Just be aware that there could be this, if you're spending time with friends, are you spending time with people that align with your values, or are you trying to make other people happy and it's not quite sitting right? There's just this slight tense aspect with friendships, or with group or humanitarian work around this time, perhaps giving too much away to a group of people that doesn't necessarily align with your values. Or it could be a sense of you wanting to focus a lot on yourself, because the 5th house is me, 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 me. And Pluto in Aquarius in the 11th is you need to think about other people, and there could just be this theme of people noticing that you're maybe being a bit more self-focused at this time, and that could come up at some point. You guys have also just had this Mars-Uranus conjunction in your 2nd house, so an unexpected something unexpected with your finances, having to spend money on something unexpectedly, or a breakthrough in that sense. You could be breaking through with financial issues that you've been involved with at this time. The 5th house is also your children, so Venus moving through the 5th could bring positive relationships with your children, getting on better with your children. It could also be, if you are trying for a child, it could be a good time, more beneficial time to have a baby, because Venus moving through the 5th is a blessing. So it's more opportunity for you to get pregnant if that's what you are trying to do. If you don't want to get pregnant, use protection around this time. But yeah, improved relationships with young ones. If you work with children as well, your relationships with those children are going to be getting on better at this time. So that is pretty much the summary, Aries, Aries rising, Aries, for Venus moving through your 5th. We'll pull a card to see how this is colouring this for you. Okay, we have got the 3 of Earth. This is about your resources, and I will read to you what it says. This is a positive affirmation book of tarot. I love this book because they give just give positive affirmations of all the tarot cards. So this is about teamwork, building on solid foundations, group efforts, and dedicated collaboration. What I am building is grounded in a solid foundation, so I know I can trust that it will not slip away suddenly. I am joined by others in coordinated efforts to bring forth what we have chosen to create, to co-create, to bring forth the architecture of my dreams is becoming tangible, taking shape before me, and I share my joy and pride with my partners and supporters. Teachers and students, we are all learning, growing, and building collaboratively. So this is really speaking to Pluto in your 11th, because it is about building collaboratively, like it's just said. And it's interesting because perhaps you want to spend more time on yourself, but Pluto really is pulling you towards that collaborative side. And this card is saying to you that you are going to be spending time building and creating with others. Okay. And the 11th house is also about your dreams. So, you know, this is about your dreams coming to life. You can enjoy yourself with Venus through the 5th. And it's bringing in the partner aspect as well, of sharing what you have with your partner. It's collaboration. Okay, so don't be afraid to collaborate with Venus moving through the 5th. Just make sure you're not too self-focused. I think that is what it is trying to say to you. I'll put that in a diplomatic way. Okay, so we have got Taurus and Taurus rising. Okay, Taurus, so Venus is moving through your 4th house of the family and the home, but she is making this initial opposition with Pluto. So there could, with Pluto in your 10th, so it could be a sense of you're wanting to spend more time at home, but things to do with your reputation and your career at the moment are taking you away from the home, because there's this opposition and it's push-pull. So Venus in the 4th, it's you want to spend more time at home. You want to renovate your home. There's focus on making your home look beautiful, in just enjoying being in your home environment around this time. But this opposition with Pluto is like, yeah, but you're not, at the moment, you can't spend as much time at home because of these obligations in terms of your career. There's just this busyness. Venus also rules your 6th house of daily work. So this is definitely something to do with your routines and your daily work, taking you away from or there being a connection between your daily routines and your work, and perhaps taking you away from being at home as much as you'd like to. Perhaps your routines are kind of shifting in some sense, or this could also be something to do with your health. Health regimes changing within the home, diet routines changing with the home. Perhaps you're importing topics of the sixth house, so pets, your habits, your daily routines. You're spending more time at home in rearranging your routines and your habits and your health in some way. But this opposition to Pluto is taking you away from that. Venus through the fourth generally is getting along better with family members, spending more time with family members, wanting to renovate, wanting to make just Venus rules comfort and money, so wanting to spend more on things to make your home look beautiful, to make you look more, to make your home more comfortable. Can be a sign of overeating when Venus moves through the fourth. There's this because Venus rules food, kind of indulging in things that make us feel good in terms of food within the home. Being more, but then it's in the sign of Leo, so being more creative. But also having fun. Okay, there is a sense of having fun here. The fourth house is also our emotional inner world. So you could be feeling once, maybe initially, a little bit of, there could be some obsessive controlling thoughts coming up initially. Could be some power struggles within the home initially. But as Venus moves away from Pluto, you could be feeling a bit more secure in your home environment, because the fourth house is your inner emotional world. Venus rules your self-esteem. So once Venus comes out of this opposition with Pluto, so she's a few degrees away now. So I would say, what day are we on? We are on Tuesday the 16th. So yeah, I would say as of the end of this week and onwards, you're probably going to be feeling a bit more secure in your inner emotional world as well. There also could be a connection to looking back over your ancestry, or thinking about like connecting with other family members that you don't necessarily always see as well, because Venus through the fourth is just that connection to family members. So it might, if you usually see your family members a lot, it could be that you're connecting with family members that you don't see as much, because there's just that extra energy around spending time with your family members in a positive and uplifting light, shall we say. You have also just had the Mars and Uranus conjunction in your first house. So let me know what breakthroughs you've had, what unexpected events have happened. Okay, that jumped out. We have the Page of Water. Okay, this can often be about a child. Leo is childlike energy, so maybe you're feeling very childlike, maybe you're feeling more playful. Fourth house as well is children, so you know, for some of you this could be a child arriving in the family, a new child arriving. What am I doing? I'm supposed to be reading that, so I'm going to read you the Page of Water. This has come out quite a lot recently, the Page of Water. Read you the positive affirmation for that. Sorry, just finding it. Page of Water. Open-heartedness, childlike innocence and curiosity, beginning of intimacy and relationships, playfulness, cheerful optimism. I open my heart fully, allowing myself to feel childlike wonder and innocence. Very, very Leo, that is. All adventures lead me to where I need to go. Love awaits. Life is a delightful dance, and I am here to frolic and play. I am ready with a big smile, and I have on my dancing shoes. That is such a nice card. Got that up for you. So yeah, that's a really positive card for you guys. It's basically saying have fun, getting on better with family members, potential child in the family for some of you. So do enjoy that, Taurus. So Gemini rising, you have got Venus moving through your third house. So the third house is communication. So generally speaking, Venus transiting the third house is going to bring you better communication, easier communications. Some of you might be learning something new. Some of you could be enjoying opening up. to other people. You could be connecting with your siblings, getting on better with your siblings, getting on better with your neighbors. You might be taking some short trips around, traveling around a lot, but going on short trips during this transit. But initially, we do have this Venus opposite Pluto stuff going on, and Pluto's in the 9th house. So so Venus in the 3rd. This is to do with your mind and your beliefs. So it could be that you just there could be something coming up to do with your beliefs. There could be some power struggles in terms of what you believe and what other people believe in your life, because Venus is your relationships and Pluto is opposing this. So maybe what other people in your life believe is different to what you believe, and you've just got to be careful with your communication around this with Venus in the 3rd opposing Pluto, because 3rd is the way you say things. So opposing Pluto, it could be that you're having a bit more of a sharp tongue. You just need to think about things more. This could also have something to do if you're learning something, or if you've been learning something, just a bit of a struggle with finalizing or completing something that you've been learning, because the 9th house is higher education. But generally speaking, with Venus in the 3rd, this is communicating with others, and a lot of it's via media. So you could be communicating via text, via email, via writing. You could be enjoying reading a lot. You could be enjoying media things at this time, so getting into certain Netflix series, that kind of stuff. Just enjoying taking on information during this time. You may be drawn to dramatic stuff as well, because Leo's dramatic, and feeling more creative. So this is a great time for creative writing a poem, writing a speech. Just that creative writing around this time is going to be beneficial for you. Venus rules your 5th house again, so that's creativity, importing creativity into the 3rd house. Venus also rules your 12th house, so this could be something to do with saying things behind people's backs, communicating things behind people's backs, or perhaps things that you've been keeping to yourself, you are now finding it easier to speak about. Okay. And with this Pluto opposition, that could be where the piece comes in, where you've got to be careful about what you're saying, but you're finding it easier to say things that you've been keeping hidden. Okay, because Venus, you've got Taurus on the 12th, so these are things that are hidden, but you're importing it into your 3rd house. So you're finding it easier to speak about things that you've been keeping to yourself. So that's a really interesting transit. But generally speaking, positive short trips, positive media, positive creativity, connecting with others. Just a really great time for kind of being busy in terms of your errands, connection, and taking on information. If you enjoy reading, get lost in a really romantic novel. Venus in Leo is romance. Okay, so that could be it's a really great time to get lost in romance. So yeah, I hope you Geminis enjoy. I'm going to pull a card for you, see if we can add a bit more flavor to Gemini. Okay. Oh, you guys have got a great card. This is the Fortune's Wheel. Okay, this is a positive card. Number 10. It's about completions. Happy endings. Destiny meets synchronicity. I am in awe to experience many meaningful coincidences that prove to me that Spirit has my back. These lucky breaks and moments when things just turn out perfectly show how we're all connected. My gamble will pay off when I trust my co-creative partnership with Spirit. My destiny is obvious to me now. So this could be importing the fact that Pluto is in your 9th house of beliefs and spirituality. It could just be bringing topics in that you need to think about, that you are co-creating with Venus in the 3rd. It's your mind, but opposing Pluto, it can be difficulties with the mind. So perhaps you just need to relax your mind and believe and trust in Spirit and co-creation. Venus rules your 12th house of spirituality, so it's importing that into your 3rd. So maybe you need to start thinking and writing and speaking about spirituality and your beliefs or religion or philosophies in some way, and understand that we are always co-creating. Okay, so there's a piece around communicating your beliefs at this time. Oh, good luck, Gemini. I hope it's a nice transit for you. Answer. Cancer rising, Venus is moving through your second house of finances. Now, the second house is naturally ruled by Venus because the second house is naturally Taurus. So Venus is really happy here, and this is going to bring you a lot of blessings within your finances, although initially there may be some power struggles because of this opposition to Pluto. So you may find things not going your way the past few days, the past week in terms of money. You may find that you've got a real focus at the moment on feeling security to make you feel safe. But with this opposition to Pluto, perhaps you're having to rely on somebody else, or perhaps there's some sort of power struggle between you and somebody else around money. Perhaps you want to spend your money on something and somebody else, like a partner, is saying, no, don't do that. And there's this bit of a push and pull because you want to spend your money on what you want, and your partner's like, no, don't do that, just initially. Venus rules your 4th house and your 11th house. So this, again, it's with the 4th house, it's tying in your comfort. So perhaps your security in the home comes, there's more focus on how you feel secure with Venus moving through the second. Relationships and friendships. Perhaps your friends are having some involvement in how you, in your values. Perhaps you're thinking about what you value, and your friendships are being involved at this time. It could also have something to do with your goals. Okay, so the 11th house is goals, so it's more likely to be something to do with your goals and your dreams and your wishes. You're thinking about those in terms of your money at this time. So there's focus on your finances, and there's a connection between your home life and your goals, and you're tying everything in together, and perhaps you're having help from a partner. This could also have, for some of you, this might be to do with self-transformation, looking at your shadow side, looking at the depths of yourself in order to really ask yourself, you know, what is it that makes you feel secure? Where does your self-esteem come from? And this could be brought up while we've got this opposition to Pluto. Then when Venus moves out of this opposition to Pluto, she's actually just going to be bringing you blessings in terms of your finances. So you might find money coming to you more easily. And you have Mercury here as well. So this is ideas around making money. But yeah, you'll find it a bit easier for the next couple of weeks with Venus moving in Leo. You might be feeling more creative in terms of making money. If you run your own business, perhaps you're bringing in clients in a more creative way. Yeah, it's something. It's mainly to do with your finances and your self-esteem and your values. You know, really thinking about what is valuable to me around this time, Cancer, sorry. So let's pull a card for you guys. Nothing's jumping out. We're going to pull one. Ace of Water. Well, water is a Cancer card. This is the same as the Ace of Cups, by the way. Okay. Ace of Water, unconditional love, overflowing abundance, and the fertility of love. Overflowing abundance. I am filled with love from spirit and joyously let it flow out to others, where it fertilizes the seeds of co-creation. Love gives me hope, shining brilliant light on all the possibilities available to me. I am optimistic about bringing dreams into being. Spirit always informs me and guides me, allowing me to illuminate the darkest of places. How appropriate is that for the things that I've just said? You know, I'm optimistic about bringing dreams into spirit. We've just been talking about your dreams and your wishes. This is about overflowing abundance. This is a really positive card, Cancer. So if you have been worrying, don't worry. Just keep knowing that you are filled with love from spirit. The universe always has your back, okay? So you don't need to worry. Everything is always working out as it's supposed to. And then we have got Leo themselves. Guys, this is your time to shine. So with Venus moving through Leo, this is your first house. Leo rising, this is your first house. So Venus in Leo, this is a time where you might want to change up your appearance. You might want to change your hair. You might want to change your looks. There's a focus on making yourself look beautiful. There's a focus on you shining, you being more confident, you coming out of this, because you've had Venus and Mercury in your 12th house at the beginning, at the June, end of June, beginning of July. So this is a time where there's been a lot of introspection. And now you're coming out of that. You're going to start to feel more happier. You're going to start to feel more creative, busier, wanting to be in the limelight more, wanting to be recognized. However, you have got this opposition with Pluto going on at the moment, right now. So there could be a sense of you're putting yourself out there, and this opposition to Pluto, you've got a partner saying, why are you wearing that? Why are you doing that? There's this element of control. Venus in the first, Pluto in the seventh. There's this element of control within the relationship. Perhaps your partner's jealous of what you're doing. Perhaps there's just a bit of a power struggle between your actions and your partner at this time. That's just something to be aware of. It could be that you're feeling really good and you're changing the way you are. You're focusing on yourself and your identity and your body, and your partner's feeling a bit insecure because of that, and then it's showing up through this opposition. If you don't have a partner, it could just manifest through other people in general. Other people noticing that you're shining and them projecting their insecurities and their fears onto you. So it might not be a partner, it could just be any sort of other person. But generally speaking, this is a positive transit. You might be focusing on your body shape, you might be focusing on who you are, your actual identity, because the first house is your identity. It's how you're showing up in the world. You might be more charming around this time and just generally getting on with people better. Sometimes you can feel busier, like you're doing lots, but this is just a good opportunity to make money. Venus in the first house, good opportunity to make money, good opportunity to just put yourself out there and be more confident. So if you've got any projects at work coming up that you've got to be in the limelight, this is a good time to be in the limelight where it's going to go well. Venus rules your 10th house of career and your 3rd house of communication. So your reputation could be changing at this time. Your career, so something unexpected could have just happened in your career with the Mars and Uranus conjunction, and it's really making you feel more confident. But there's this real flavor of how the world sees you, 10th house, and how you communicate with others, and it really coming through in a confident and strong manner with Venus in your first house. So there's definitely an element of communicating better and connecting with other people at this time, and you could see some benefits from your career during this transit as well, because you've got that connection with the 10th house. So I'm going to pull a card for you, Leos. This is a really positive transit for you, minus that opposition. So that's just something to watch out for. But like I said, at the end of this week, that's going to kind of be gone, and you'll just be feeling the full effects of feeling more creative. So you have a crown, messenger of fire. Fire, Leo being a fire sign. Okay, let's see what it says. This is quite an energetic energy. Messenger of fire. Determination for a new adventure, innovation, independent creative action, spirited and headstrong. This is so appropriate. This is all about you just focusing on yourself right now. I have an unstoppable spirit and can co-create all that I desire. Surrounded by spirit, illuminated by the wisdom that rises up within me, I set forth on a path to innovate. I trust in my vision and act accordingly, remaining true to what I most value and desire, which can manifest in many forms. So this is really all about starting something new, especially with that Mars-Uranus conjunction in your 10th. So maybe this does tie into your reputation or your career in some way, and just starting something new. This is a great time to start something new. Don't be afraid, use that confidence, and good luck. So let's move on to Virgo. Okay, Virgo. So you have got Venus moving through your 12th house. Now, the 12th house is said to be hidden. The 12th house is things that we can't see. It's our subconscious mind. It can be doubts and feelings of insecurity in the 12th house. But with Venus moving here, a lot of the time it's introspection and going inward, spending more time at home, to think about what you really enjoy, think about how you how you self-sabotage. Venus in the 12th can point towards love affairs. So for some of you, it might be a secret relationship going on, a secret love affair around this time. For many of you, that won't be the case. But you have got this opposition to Pluto, so which is in your 6th house. So this could just be to do with your health and your routines. So perhaps you are addressing things around your health at this time. Perhaps Pluto in your 6th is really asking you to address things around your health at this time. Venus, but it could also have something to do with your the people that you work with, because Pluto in the 6th is kind of like your boss, having an effect on your self-esteem, your self-worth. But you could also possibly get a pay rise around this time, because Venus does rule your 2nd house of finances. And it also rules your 9th house of beliefs. So for some of you, this will be, you're really asking yourself, what do I believe in? Because you've got Venus moving through the 12th, which is your connection to spirituality. It rules your 9th house of beliefs. So perhaps more experiences for you to connect to the spiritual realm, take up a spiritual practice and make it form part of your daily routines, with the opposition to Pluto in your 6th house. Just, there is a question around your daily routines and your habits. But for some of you, like I said, this could be conversations around money, or conversations, or you addressing your self-esteem, because Venus rules your 2nd, is hidden in the 12th. You having to address issues around your self-esteem, you having to come to terms with your values and your beliefs, and your relationships. Maybe some hidden fears around your relationships could be coming up during this time. You're having realizations around your relationships with other people and how they make you feel. So it's an interesting transit. It's a bit of an introspective transit. You might actually not be feeling your best at this time, Virgos, because when you have planets move through the 12th, it stirs up these subconscious thoughts, and you don't quite know what's really going on. But the idea is that you spend time alone, you do the introspection, and you ask yourself, okay, how am I really feeling? What do I do to self-sabotage? It's introspective, it's isolation, but it's asking yourself questions, okay, in order to heal, in order to grow. And with Venus ruling your 9th house of beliefs, and your 6th house, and Pluto being in your 6th house, Pluto actually rules your 3rd house. This could be having conversations around your insecurities, or things to do with your finances, your self-esteem, and your beliefs. And it's all being tied into this 12th house transit. So an introspective time for you, Virgos. If you're feeling a bit off at this time, you will be feeling much better when Venus moves into your 1st house, okay? It could also point towards creative outlets behind closed doors, because Leo is creative. It is also having fun, but it's in a more hidden way, in a more introspective way. So it could be at home, you're feeling creative and you're feeling like you want to do some painting or write a poem, or just find what you enjoy behind closed doors. The card we have for you is 10 of Fire. Okay, this can symbolize having too much on your plate, juggling too many things. Let's see what it says. So burning away, releasing the excess, endings clear way for beginnings. Okay, this is perfect for the 12th house, because the 12th house is releasing. It's the last house before we get to the self. It's the connection to spirituality, so it's releasing, especially as we're coming up to this full moon in Capricorn, which is happening in your 5th house of creativity. So maybe you're really releasing things at this time, Virgos. I may be overcommitted and have taken on too many burdens. In this moment, I do the work of decluttering my life. All that I release will take new form and serve the greater whole, but I no longer need to hold on to it simply because it once served to have value for me. I thank it for what it did for me, but say goodbye to the emotions, the relationships, and the situations that I realise do not belong in my life anymore. I can't believe how appropriate that is for everything I've just said, and for Venus being in the 12th. It's really thinking about your relationships. Venus rules relationships. It's thinking about your relationships, thinking about what it did to you, having the subconscious thoughts coming up, and then saying goodbye to them and releasing them. A time for introspection. That is so apt for what I've just said. I think, oh, it's crazy. I love it when that happens. So good luck, Virgos, with that. Now we're going to move on. Oh, long rising sign, that one. We're going to move on to Libra. Okay, guys. So Libra and also Taurus as well. Don't forget that Venus is your ruler. So these transits are going to affect you more. So Venus is moving through your 11th house, Libra. So during this time, well, typically you're going to be spending more time with people, friends, meetups. It's a very sociable placement for Venus to be moving through. But obviously we've got this opposition initially with Pluto right now. So it could be that there's power struggles within friendships, power struggles within relationships. Perhaps what you want to do is not the same to what everyone else wants to do. Perhaps you're finding it difficult to juggle everyone's needs with Venus in the 11th. There's just that bit of power struggle here. Venus in the 11th, yes, it's meeting up with friendships. It's benefiting through friendships as well, and also getting along better with friends, but it's also collective. It's the collective, it's humanitarian projects. So for some of you, this could be carrying out charity work. It could be that you're doing something for a good cause, you're raising awareness for humanity, something to do with that. Just seeing people as equal, treating people as equal, and doing things for the collective does come under this transit. You could be focused on money goals. You could be focused on your goals in general. Some of you could be reaching your goals at this time. The 11th house can also be social media. So if you are out on social media, you might be benefiting through social media at this time, making money through social media, perhaps not initially with the opposition to Pluto, but once it comes out of the opposition at the end of this week, just benefiting through shining in a collective space. So that's positive. Venus rules your 8th house. So this could have something to do with other people's money. So there could be, it also rules you. So it rules you and it rules your 8th house of other people's money. So it could be that you are borrowing money from friends, that friends are assisting you with their resources in some way. And it could be something unexpected in terms of a money income because of this Mars-Uranus conjunction in your 8th house. It could also be that the 8th house is also taboo subjects, occult, that kind of thing. So perhaps you and your friends are doing something taboo, like you're doing a Ouija board and you're going on a ghost hunt, something like that. Just going a bit deeper and a bit more intimate in your friendship groups could come under this. I would say that's probably the main manifestations of that, is going because the 8th house is also intimacy with your partner. Perhaps you and your partner are spending more time with your friends, and there's this power struggle going on initially, something like that. Let me know in the comments how that resonates for you guys. I am going to pull a card for you. I think there's this opposition. There's this Pluto in the 5th is also to do with like shining on stage. So perhaps you're wanting to get out there in terms of the collective, and actually you're struggling to start with. Just initially while this opposition is taking hold. Okay, we have got the Page of Water again. Okay, so for a lot of you, this could have something to do with one of your children. Pluto is in the 5th house. Power struggles with your children, perhaps. For some of you, I'm going to read this to you. This is, it's a creative energy. But I'm just thinking about Pluto in the 5th and that power struggle. So Page of Water. I'm going to find it now, am I? Always comes out, this card. Somebody might be having a child, but that doesn't really correlate with Venus moving through the 11th. It wants you to be childlike, open-heartedness, childlike innocence, and curiosity. Beginning of intimacy and relationships, playfulness, cheerful optimism. So it really is probably about having fun with your friends. This childlike energy with your friends, going out, having fun, letting your hair down. I open my heart fully, allowing myself to feel childlike wonder and innocence. All adventures lead me to where I need to go. Love awaits. Some of you could be finding love through your friendships at this time. Life is a delightful dance, and I am here to frolic and play. I'm ready with a big smile, and I have on my dancing shoes. Okay, so yeah, that's a positive card for you guys. It really is just about going out and having fun. So this is a great transit for you Libras, especially because of Venus obviously rules you. So good luck with that. Scorpio. Okay, so Venus is moving through your 10th house of career. So Scorpios, this is a great time for your career upgrades, for getting on better with people at work. If you have clients, you're going to be getting on better with those clients around this time. Just opportunities for your career to grow, opportunities to become more recognized within your career, or for some of you, this is your public status. So your public status may be changing. This could have something to do with your parents or you becoming a parent, because that often can come under the 10th house. You have also got this opposition to Pluto, though. So it could be just that there are some sort of power struggles between things to do with your career and things going on at home. Venus rules your 7th house of relationships and your 12th house of hidden things. So okay, it could be that because you've also just had this Mars-Uranus conjunction in the 7th house, perhaps something is going on within your relationships and it's affecting how much time you're spending at work and how much time you're spending at home. Venus in the 10th wants you to advance towards your career, but this opposition to Pluto is bringing you back towards home matters for whatever reason that may be. And there's a connection here to your 7th house of relationships. So partners becoming involved in some way. This can also be clients, unexpected things going on with your clients. And it means that you're having to spend more time at work, but there's something pulling you back towards your home. Venus also rules your 12th house of hospitals. For the minority, there could be some hospital visits involved, but that is, that is unlikely, but it's possible for some of you. But generally speaking, Venus in the 10th is positive and it's going to get you more recognized. If you are single, you could meet somebody at work at this time. And you're just going to be feeling more recognized. There's going to be more chances for advancement in your career. Okay. But there's this element of your home life and your partner becoming involved in some way. So I'll be interested to see how that plays out. But generally speaking, take it as a positive transit, that your career is advancing, and you just need to work through the relationship with other people, whether that be your clients, whether that be home life. You're just having to work through some teething issues, shall we call it. Okay, we're getting a lot of water cards. Water for water, okay. So you guys have got the 4 of water. Okay, this is interesting. I wonder what, I'm going to read this to you guys. 4 of water. Water card for a water sign. Okay. Dreaming and introspection, contemplation, trusting in the abundance of opportunities. Okay, so this does import your 12th house topics in then, because 12th house is about dreams and introspection. A lull in the action offers a chance for me to dream even bigger than before. Whenever plans turn out not to have come to fruition as expected, I feel secure knowing that greater things may be awaiting me. The universe conspires on my behalf, and disappointment and sadness will wash through me if I simply let them flow. I trust that Spirit has many ways of responding to my desires, and what I seek can take a variety of forms. I have faith in perfect timing and divine order. So I feel like this card is going to be for some of you and not all of you, because it's a bit more of a negative card. And I feel like some of you listening will need to hear this, because perhaps something has happened where things are not working out as you thought they would. And you need to know that things are going to be okay. And this is just a time for introspection. The universe is always conspiring on your behalf. Okay. Try not to be too disappointed. Let it wash through you with this card. Okay. But like I said, I feel like that is just for some of you and not all of you. So good luck, Scorpios. I hope that that resonates. Okay. Sagittarius, you have got Venus moving through your 9th house of long distance travel, of beliefs, and of the higher mind. So during this transit, you might be finding that you are wanting to go on an adventure, whether that be physically, you are actually going on an adventures. For lots of you, you will be going on trips because the 9th house is going abroad, long distance travel, Mercury here as well. Mercury rules travel. So for some of you, you will be traveling. For others, you will be thinking about traveling. You'll be wanting to travel, and perhaps you are there mentally and you're not really here. mentally, because with this opposition to Pluto, there's this sense of wanting to be somewhere else and wanting to escape, wanting adventure, but Pluto's putting you back down to the third house, which is your errands, your here and now, and your thinking. So there could be this this tense aspect with your mind. Pluto in the third house rules your mind, and it is retrograding. So there's tension on your thought processes around this time. But Venus in the ninth is like, I want adventure, I want freedom. So there could be this yearning for freedom. For those of you that are able to travel and are able to go away, you'll be having a great time. You'll be having a great time. You'll be immersing yourself in culture and languages. You might meet somebody that you fall in love with abroad around this time if you're single, and if that's what you want, you could meet somebody. But initially, there's this pulling back to your thought processes, to your mind. And it could have something to do with something that you've been learning. If some of you've been learning something and you're awaiting a completion on like a course, there could be this power struggle between when it's going to be finished initially, but towards the end of this week that's going to move on and then it's going to be fine. But yeah, it's Venus in the ninth is a craving for adventure, especially in Leo. Venus loves being in Leo. She wants to be adventurous. She wants to have fun. So for those of you that aren't having fun, that can't go and have fun, you're going to have this yearning to want to have fun. Venus rules your sixth house of your health and your daily work. So perhaps you're fed up and your routines. So perhaps the routines, you're bored of your routines and you just want adventure. She also rules your 11th house. So again, your goals, your dreams, your wishes, or your friendship groups. Some of you could be traveling with friends. Others, your goals and your dreams could be changing. Perhaps you're thinking about moving abroad. You've got this desire and this goal to travel abroad, to move abroad, to go on an adventure, and your goals are tying in with your daily routines. You're supposed to be working, but actually you're just being pulled towards this wanting to run away, go on an adventure at this time, Sagittarius, which is what you want to do anyway. You know, you guys are always wanting to go on adventure, but especially with Venus in the ninth house, because Venus is your enjoyment, okay, and it's what you're going to find enjoyment in. Let me know how that resonates. I'd also quite like to know how things have manifested with the Mars-Uranus conjunction for people. You've had that in your sixth house of health and daily work. Has anything happened? Have you had any breakthroughs with your health or with your daily work and routines? Let me know in the comments. Okay, we've got 6 of air. Again, this is thought-based, so perfect for Pluto being in the third. 6 of air. So, rite of passage, a necessary change in thinking to gain greater wisdom. That is so appropriate. With this opposition with Venus the ninth, which is our higher mind, and Pluto in the third, which is our here and now mind, that's so appropriate. However turbulent the waters are at the moment, I trust that if I create calm within, my outer conditions will soon be calm too. I am conditioned to expect troubles ahead, but I have shifted my awareness and know that I can choose to believe that stepping into the unknown will bring me what I truly desire. That is very Venus in the ninth house, stepping into the unknown. I am in a transition to something better. Okay, so if some of you guys have been struggling mentally with this Pluto retrograding in your third house, just know that a change in thinking is what you need in order to move forward. But you're going to figure this out in the retrograde anyway, because Pluto retrograding in your third house is all about going in and rediscovering yourself and how you're thinking about things, your thought processes, that kind of thing. And this opposition with Venus is obviously bringing that up for you. So good luck, Saggies. I hope you're not struggling too much with that. Okay, Capricorn rising. You have got Venus moving through your 8th house. So this is interesting. So this, okay, so Venus rules your 10th house and Venus rules your 5th house. So for some of you, you might be borrowing money from a partner. You might be experiencing the joys of fun and romance and dating with a partner. You might be getting more intimate with a partner. For others, you will be going a bit deeper within your career, or your public image is changing in some way. Perhaps some of you are leaning more towards going for therapy. Some of you will be simply just enjoying being more intimate with a partner and having that closer connection. Others of you will be enjoying taboo subjects. So Venus in the 8th is enjoying things like murder mysteries, like tarot and astrology, and going that bit deeper to the depths, whether it's to the depths with a partner, whether it's to the depths of things that you're just enjoying. It's just about doing unusual things. Like you might go and do a Ouija board, you might go and spend money on a pack of tarot cards, something like that. It's just bringing your joy and your finances into deeper aspects of your life. Like I said, some of you might benefit from a partner's money in some way. But you have got this opposition to Pluto in your 2nd house. So there is this there's this power struggle between your finances and other people's money. Perhaps other people are telling you what to spend your money on, or there's a push and pull between your finances. Perhaps your finances are being stretched at this time and you're having to borrow some money, or perhaps you're paying off debts and it's helping this Pluto in your 2nd house and it's actually transforming your finances because you're actually getting help with your money from finances. So it could be like you're paying off debts, you're paying off taxes, you are borrowing, your partner's lent you money, and it's helping you clear your debts up, something like that. So for some of you, it'd be finance related. Perhaps you're getting a raise within your career, you're getting a pay rise, and this is helping you pay off debts. Perhaps you are, just be careful not to gamble. Don't do any gambling at this time because Venus rules your 5th house, and she's in your 8th. So this could be like losing money. So don't do any gambling at this time. And you've got the Mars conjunct Uranus, unexpected event happening in your 5th as well. So yeah, definitely avoid gambling at this time if you're a Capricorn rising. But it's not all bad. You could just be sorting out your finances or addressing your finances in some way, Capricorns. Let me know how that manifests for you. Perhaps you're starting a new hobby and it's affecting your finances. Perhaps it's costing you more money. Perhaps your children, something that's happened to one of your children is costing you money. Or perhaps something that's happened to one of your children is bringing you closer to a partner in an intimate sense, or making you really pay attention to 8th house topics, like thinking more about death, because you've got Mercury here as well. You're thinking more about death. You're thinking more about like the aspects of life that we can't see, that are hidden. King of Earth. Okay, this is a positive card for your finances. This is a positive card. This is about making your own money. This is about being a leader, getting your stuff well and truly sorted. Enterprising philanthropy. I can never say that word. Ability to attract abundant wealth. Magnanimous, conscious manifesting, a reliable leader. I don't know what magnanimous means. Sorry, guys, you're going to have to Google that one. I have trust and faith in the invisible and know it will manifest in the realm or form that I need it to. Well, this is positive. Opportunity can be found anywhere and everywhere because I am competent and committed. I am ready for abundance to manifest now in the world of conditions, in a form that is aligned with my highest good. I manifest all that I desire, consciously aware of the need to stay focused and grounded in the everyday work required. So this is a positive card, guys. You can manifest. There's a focus on your finances, but it's looking like a positive focus. So yeah, good luck with that, Capricorns. Okay, Aquarius rising. Okay, for you guys are going through a transition right now. Pluto's retrograding in your 1st house and Venus is moving through your 7th and it's opposing this Pluto in the 1st. So this is, well, Venus in the 7th house is actually, benefiting your relationships. But initially with this Pluto opposition, there can be this power struggle, this push and pull. Perhaps a partner is jealous of what you're doing. Perhaps they're questioning you. Perhaps you need freedom and your partner's not really giving you that, because Pluto in the 1st, it's all about your transforming. You've got Venus in the 7th, so it's your relationships are affecting you as a person. So perhaps they're wanting you to give them more, and there's just some conversations coming up around this time. For some of you, there could be Mercury's here as well. So it's lots of conversations with a partner, spending more time with the partner. It is harmonious once you get past this opposition, that it's more harmonious with a partner, things getting on a bit better. Perhaps you're choosing to do date night. Perhaps you're just choosing to spend more time with a partner. Or if you're single, this is just your one-on-one relationships with other people, your business partnerships, your clients, your sales, making money through other people. When Venus moves through the 7th, you could have sales coming in, you could have money coming in. Venus rules your 9th house of your beliefs and your 4th house of family. So there could be something going on within your family, and it's affecting how much time you spend with your partner. You've had the Mars and Uranus conjunction in your 4th house. Has something happened within the home? Something unexpected, and that's affecting how much time you spend with your partner, or it's making you want to be more independent, something like that. It could be to do with a family member rather than just your partner as well. And your beliefs are affected as well. So Venus rules your 9th house of beliefs and spirituality. You're importing that into the 7th. So whatever's going on in your family, whatever's going on with your partner, it's really affecting the way that you believe and the way that you think about the world, and your spirituality and your religious beliefs are being affected in some way at this time. Generally speaking, Venus through the 7th is positive, but because you've got Pluto in the first stuff, you need to get past that, and then you can enjoy this a little bit more. So do let me know, Aquarius, what's been going on at home. I would like to know. Let's pull a card to give this a little bit more context for you guys. Venus is generally positive, so nothing to worry about. It could just be a little bit of power struggles, perhaps a bit of jealousy. Perhaps you're spending more time focusing on yourself, and your partner doesn't like it, something like that. Okay. Oh, we've got the Empress. Wow, I haven't seen her for ages. Empress. She's so beautiful. Okay. This is a major arcana card. This is quite a big card for you guys. Empress and fertility. This is a wonderful time to give birth to new ideas and experiences. Nourishment is assured as I step into a new version of myself. So this is really looking like you're focusing on yourself with Pluto retrograding in the first. Nourishment is assured as I step into a new version of myself. My life is rich and bright with possibility that I can manifest and create. I am a powerful co-creator, and life loves me right now. My world is brimming with potential and infinite possibility that will manifest for the highest good. Okay, so this is a positive card, guys. It means fresh opportunities are coming, new ideas, new experiences. I mean, I'm just thinking, because I know an Aquarius is going through a really hard time right now, and I was just thinking about how this could manifest for her. So Pluto in your first house is not easy, but this is telling you that your life is rich with possibility, that you can manifest and you can co-create. You are powerful, and life does love you. Okay, now you are going to be having positive experiences within your relationships, people being there for you. So enjoy that, embrace that. Money coming in through sales. If you have a client-based business, this is positive. This is a positive aspect for you guys. So yeah, enjoy that and good luck. Okay, Pisces, last but definitely not least, you have got Venus moving through your 6th house of your work, your daily routines, your pets, and your health. So, okay, Venus moving through the 6th, there could be more focus on your health, on your routines. You could be starting a new diet. You could be getting on better with people that you work with. So your subordinates, your co-workers, you're getting on better with them. You're having better relationships. But with this Venus Pluto opposition to start with, there could be some power struggles. So Venus is in the 6th, Pluto is in the 12th. This could be power struggles with the people that you work with. It could be Pluto wants you to focus on your spiritual growth, and you're too busy with your daily routines to focus on your spiritual growth. Okay. Pluto in the 12th house, it wants you to transform your connection to spirit. Okay. It wants you to transform your mind. And with this opposition, it could be, I'm too busy focusing on this, that, and the other, and that's where the opposition comes in. So there could be some tense aspect here. Something could be asking you to focus on your spiritual growth, but you're too busy. Nevertheless, Venus rules your 3rd house of communication and your 8th house of transformation and other people's money. So perhaps you could be getting a pay rise at work because the money's involved. You could be paying off some sort of finances or debts or something. You could be having better conversations with people at work. There's a fly in here. Ooh, big fly. The way that you're communicating and the way that you are connecting with other people could be having an effect on your daily routines. Venus in the 6th is perhaps what you value, perhaps your routines and your daily work. You're really starting to think about how you value your daily routines, how you show up for yourself on a day-to-day basis, how your focus on your health is valuable to you, how much you value your focus on your health. Venus in the 6th, though, can also be a little bit like too much of a perfectionist, go away, energy. So you could be nitpicking at relationships a bit during this transit because Venus obviously rules relationships. So it could be that there's this perfectionism going on, like you're thinking about how somebody can do something better, as in a partner, or your relationships, how this person could do this better. So that's just something to be watch out for, because Venus doesn't necessarily love being in the 6th. However, it's, Venus is a positive planet, and once you move past this opposition, there's just this focus on working out your daily routines so that they benefit you more, if that makes sense, and potentially making money through your work during this time. So good luck, Pisces. I'm going to pull a card for a bit more context. Oh, that just flew right out. Page of Earth. Okay, childlike energy in terms of your resources. Page of Earth. New beginning. Commitment to prosperity. First signs of tangible success and undeniable evidence that hard work will pay off. Dreams grounded in reality and the start of a new project. Everything starts with a plan, and I am beginning to see results generate prosperity. I am a doer and I get to make my own decisions. I have the ability to track what I need. Okay, so this is speaking more towards, earning money. The 6th house is your daily work. So you could be starting a new project, or you could start to see results in something that you've started, with it being the page. You're starting to see results, especially as Venus rules your 8th house. Perhaps you're making a change, and then you're starting to see the results from that. So take it as a positive thing, Pisces. Let me know if that resonates. That is the end of the video now, guys. If you would like a personal reading, I do personal readings. Please take a look at my information in the description. If you got some value for this, please give it a thumbs up. It helps me push the channel out. If you don't subscribe, please subscribe. Hit the notification bell so you don't miss any more future videos from me. I am definitely doing weekly content now, all new and full moons, and then any extra videos that I can get in between. This fly is really annoying me. What is the spiritual meaning of a fly? Buzzing. So let me know in the comments if you enjoyed that. Let me know what rising sign you are and how's it showing up for you, how it resonates, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.